that statistic about male deaths every
Mm-hmm.
3 hours. What was the cause of death? Suicide?
Self-harm, yeah, suicide.
Suicide. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So my question would be, how many of them are living on a Bitcoin standard? And how many
Yeah.
suicides have happened for people that have adopted Bitcoin? Like, I don't even know if that data exists yet,
I don't
but
think it would exist.
it's
Yeah,
anecdotal. But Bitcoin is having more kids. Bitcoin is
yeah.
happier. Bitcoin is having better ideas. Bitcoin is planning better for the future. Bitcoin is just
Yep.
generally, it's green everywhere. It's not just in like becoming the CEO of your body. It's not just in the relationships around you. It's your level of happiness is higher.
Yeah.
Like idea of like, incoming space invader coming to trade with seemingly very wealthy place and sees all these people that have all this money, but like they're all dying. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck trading with those guys, because
They
they're
don't know what they're
they're not going
talking
to be
about.
around in 5 years' time. Play
Yeah.
long-term games with long-term people. They're not going to stick
Yes.
around. And that's why when
Exactly.
people say to me, "Oh, why do you care so much about this stuff, Bitcoin?" And
Mm.
this is what gets me fired up. It's like,
Yeah.
because it's a seriously fucking big deal, guys. Look what's going
Gigantic.
on. No one can
Yeah.
afford a house.
Yeah.
Everyone's dying, and no one's happy. And
Yeah.
hello, now you have this whole other system that it generally flips all of the incentives. And as you said, it's like glue.
Yeah.
Take it from there. Why is it like glue?
Well, just back to like, if we have a limited amount of bandwidth in our brains every day, right? Let's say there's
Yes, you can
86,400
only point your
seconds.
attention somewhere for so long.
You can only point your attention and you've only got a limited amount of attention every day. And so it's like every day, let's say fiat standard, right? I wake up, bang, kids yelling at me. Then I got to have breakfast. Then I got to look good for the day. Okay, shower, get to work. Hey, where's that spreadsheet? Okay, boss is already on my ass. Okay, fuck. 11 o'clock comes around, might go for a smoke. 1 o'clock, I have lunch. Call my mate. He's complaining about his day. Come home to the office or come back to the office. Boss, you fucked up that meeting. Boss is chewing me out. Your whole day is filled with other people's problems. Your entire day. And all while you're trying to put up with those problems because you need to figure out how to make more money than they're printing every year. So that's a lot of like you got to make 13% a year. Best like good hedge fund traders will not make like they can make that or whatever, but the index average is like 11%. You got to beat the index every year. What chance does any human being? And I'm not saying I can. I'm saying
Most
we're
active
all in
fund
the same.
managers don't even beat the
Nah,
index.
we're all in
Yeah.
the same like poo sandwich. Well, hold on. Is that game even worth participating in? Because it's taking all my mental bandwidth, it's giving me all this, like it's layering on heaps, only like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, only to get this tiny drop of water out of it. All the problems, all the headaches, all the confusion, all the ambiguity. Like, open your calendar. You're a human being on Earth, and your calendar is probably 90% jobs for other people. And it's like, that's not the goal, guys. That's not the goal. Like, whoever's in charge, that's not the goal. I don't want like no one wants to work on a beautiful planet for 50 years in a concrete box when we're like meant to get sunlight. That's not it just doesn't add up. And so
Space Invader's going to turn around.
100%, dude. And so like, I think there is an important thing about being smart with our choices as as a species and stuff. But Bitcoin, because it it is predictable. Two levers: predictability and risk. If I have a high predictability, I have a low risk. If I have a low predictability, I have a high risk. What are the inflation numbers next year? I have no
Who
clue.
knows?
So how can I start planning financially today when that's a big X factor question mark? That's one of the biggest ingredients into my entire financial future. It's not possible. So as a lazy person myself, I will look at Bitcoin and be like, well, what's it going to be next year? And then well, how do you know? Oh, it's certain? Oh, great. Well, now I can set my watch to that because it's not going to change. Imagine you had a clock in your house that just chose random times all the time. You'd be like, I'm not trusting that, and that's not a good foundation to build my calendar off. That's what you're building your financial future off. Like with a confusing, randomized sort of inflation number all the time. It is unfair on individuals, in my opinion. It's very unfair because everyone's a human being. Every person was a kid with a dream, with passions and with zest and excitement. And it feels like a lot of the air's getting sucked out of that room. The default state for us is like enthusiasm. We should be excited. We're on a beautiful planet. We've got oxygen. But like a lot of the stuff is taking the buzz out of the air. And I think a lot of people are very tired. Let's think of a day. Okay, you and I, let's say we're a married couple. I'm a girl, you're a guy. Or let's say you go. So you got a family living in Sydney. Okay, they have a kid. Cool. Oh, we just had a kid. Can you look after it? Great. So the wife stays at home, looks after it. Husband works extra hard. Wife takes care of the kid. Okay, great. Oh, shit. Okay, well, now he needs daycare. Okay, well, let's put him into daycare. Okay, well, I've got to work now because the daycare costs $180 a day after tax. Like $180 a day. That's as much as you'd pay like a bricklayer to come and build a wall for you. And it's just a person taking care of your kids. But basically, whatever the earning capacity is, it's limited because, like, you obviously, like, there's, the limitations on all this sort of shit. So I come and start working. Now I need to figure out if it's $180 a day, that's after tax. That's what, I don't know, $790 a week or something. That's like after tax dollars too. So if I come in and get a job for 100K, that's 2K a week after tax. That's going to be, 1,400. I've minced all my pay almost on basically like, so you basically come out breaking even. Okay, we were making X before, kid needs to go to daycare. Now we're making still X because the daycare is offset two parents working because the quality of life or the cost of living in Australia is so high. And like, as a recipe for a species to procreate and pursue, greatness, I don't think that's anywhere in the manual or the handbook.